If you were about to die, would you be willing to let a clone take care of your family in your place? This is a story of sacrifice and fulfillment, an elaborate lie, a story of difficult choices, torn between life and death. Is it acceptance or relief? It's an endless attachment to life. John has been fainting for no apparent reason lately. The results of his tests were shocking. He's terminally ill. He wanted to tell his wife about it, but then he thought of the time when his wife locked herself in the house for 6 months because she had lost her brother. She wouldn't talk to anyone or take comfort. She's still in pain, so he stopped thinking about it. John was in despair, seeing his wife and son so happy and contented at the moment. If he were to pass away, the beauty of his family would be shattered. He fled to the bathroom to wipe away his tears, thinking back to the doctor's proposal to let the clone replace him as part of the family, to continue to bring happiness and joy to his family. He could only go to the doctor to tell her that he had accepted the program. As the heavy metal door opened, he was confronted for the first time by a clone of himself, and though he expected it, he was shocked by what he saw. This person's features and skin color, even the texture of his skin was identical to his own. He took the clone's hand in his own. Even the feel of his hand was so familiar. The only difference is the mole on the clone's palm. Even if they look the same, let another self live in his place, to take care of his wife and son instead. He couldn't accept it for a while. John was afraid of being replaced and forgotten, so he decided to give up. The doctor didn't force him, but gently reminded him to reconsider. When he returned home, his wife sensed his exhaustion. She held him in her arms and let him touch his second child. John closed his eyes. The pulsation of life brought him back to a deep hesitation. He realized he couldn't let his child be born without a father, and he couldn't let his wife go through the shock of loss again. After much thought, John decided to contact the doctor again. The doctor knew his concern, so the doctor introduced him to another clone. Lisa was just an ordinary office worker. She never realized she was a clone. Her daughter lived happily with her clone mom. This scene makes John can't help but imagine if his wife and son had a clone with them, would be as happy as this. He felt both relief and disappointment. In the name of a business trip, John came to the lab again. He met Lisa in person. Both were facing the end of their lives. John told her that her daughter was doing well. The clone's mom was taking good care of her. Lisa was silent, but the expression on her face revealed an imperceptible hint of jealousy and relief. Another day passed. John finally made a decision. He began to transfer his memories to the clone. Those moments with his wife, from meeting to falling in love, began to come to mind. The awkwardness of the first meeting, the sweetness of love, the joy at the birth of their son. After the memories were transferred, John was waiting for the clone to wake up. He called his wife to tell her he was fine. He watched his wife busily preparing clothes for the baby to be born. He was overcome with sadness, but he tried to remain calm, not letting any emotion leak out. While he was playing a game with his son through a video call, he felt a sudden ringing in his ears. He realized he might faint again. Moments before he fainted, he cut the call just in time. This time the clone slowly opened his eyes. The doctor told him that he was just a replacement for someone else. He didn't feel any resentment towards the idea. He chose to accept this reality. The next morning, John wakes up and goes to the lab. The clone is being tested by the doctor for memory transmission integrity. John watched as the clone talked about his happy times with his wife and son. His heart was full of mixed feelings. He couldn't help but step forward. The moment he met his eyes, the clone's smile dimmed. The two of them looked at each other for a moment. It was like seeing a long-lost friend.